Mother's Day is coming up, and you want her gift to be something she actually enjoys every single day. Raycon's Everyday Earbuds Classic are perfect for that. I've been using mine nonstop. When I'm working, traveling, even catching up on podcasts, they've become my go-to. The sound is fantastic, and with active noise cancellation, I can block out distractions when I need to. They've also added really smart upgrades. Multi-point connectivity lets me pair with two devices at once. The ergonomic fit is comfortable and stays put, no matter what I'm doing. And I'm loving the cool mint color. It's fresh, a nice change from basic black or white. Battery life is strong, up to 32 hours, and a quick 10-minute charge gives me 90 minutes of playtime. I also use awareness mode when I'm out walking my dog, so I can hear everything around me. So make it easy to celebrate the moms in your life. Go to buyraycon.com/Kim, and you'll get 15% off. That's buyraycon.com/Kim. buyraycon.com/Kim and get that 15% off right now. You've kept your whole life on Facebook. Pics, videos, messages, likes. So when you die, what happens to it all? This one's a doozy. Meta snagged a patent that could turn your posts into a digital ghost after you die. Yes, a system trains an AI on everything you've done. Comments, chats, voice messages, every like. Then it unleashes a bot version of you that replies to friends, slides into DMs, and fakes audio and video calls. That's not really Uncle Joe wishing you happy birthday. Here's the fix. Open Settings, tap Account Center, and look for Memorialization. Pick a legacy contact, a trusted buddy who can pin a final post, handle friend requests, or nuke your account entirely. They can't snoop on your messages or log in as you, because the only thing worse than dying is still posting. Again, you want the memorialization feature on Facebook. Hey, get my free newsletter at getkim.com. Next up, a call from my weekend show, The Kim Komando Show. Enjoy! Think about all the irreplaceable moments on your computer, your kids' photos, important records, years of work, and memories. If your computer crashed today, how much would you lose? It happens every day, and it's completely preventable. That's why I use and recommend Carbonite, my #1 choice for cloud backup. Carbonite gives you unlimited automatic protection for everything that matters. It quietly backs up all your photos, documents, and important memories in the background, safely, privately, and always just a click away on your computer or mobile app. Carbonite is your ultimate backup plan. It protects you from the unexpected, from accidental deletions and hard drive crashes to floods, fires, and even a morning coffee spill on your laptop. And if something does happen, recovery couldn't be easier. Just log in and restore everything with one click, even on a brand new computer. Right now, get 50% off Carbonite when you go to carbonite.com/Kim. That's carbonite.com/Kim. Live a better digital life with Carbonite.
No one goes to Hank's for his spreadsheets. They go for a darn good pizza. Lately, though, the shop's been quiet, so Hank decides to bring back the $1 slice. He asks Copilot in Microsoft Excel to look at his sales and costs and help him see if he can afford it. Copilot shows Hank where the money's going and which little extras make the dollar slice work. Now Hank has a line out the door. Hank makes the pizza, Copilot handles the spreadsheets. Learn more at m365copilot.com/work.
John in Fort Worth, Texas. Hey there, John.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
You got it.
I love your show.
Thank you.
I also get your newsletter. It's full of some great tips.
And how are the jokes?
They're kind of a little out there.
All right. Some of them are better than others. I get that.
Yeah.
All right. The whole idea is just to make you smile. That's all.
Yeah, that's good.
So how can I help you out? What's going on?
Well, a few months ago, I started noticing similar responses by strangers to posts from my female friends on Facebook. And they start out with flattery, and then they state, I sent a friend request, but it didn't go through. Could you send me a friend request? And if you look at the names and profile pictures on some of these accounts, they're those of retired U.S. military officers, specifically generals. Now, most of your regular listeners probably know by now this is an attempt to initiate a military romance scam.
For sure.
So I started doing a little digging. I did a Facebook friend search on the names of these officers, and it took a few hours, but I found over 5,800 fake accounts pretending to be those of just 19 retired U.S. military officers. And, the number's probably much higher.
For sure.
I only counted those accounts with that use the rank and the name, or the name and a matching profile picture. So I've tried reporting some of these accounts to Facebook, but the response I always got was that the accounts did not violate Facebook's community standards.
Nice.
But, it's against the community standards, one, to not use your real name, and two, to pretend to be somebody else, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Well, okay. So if you look at the FBI statistics on these scams, as recently as 2021, the losses in the U.S. due to confidence and fraud and romance scams were about $1 billion.
Crazy.
With about 25,000 victims.
Wow.
And those are just the ones that are reported.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's a good point. Because a lot of people, they get scammed and they're just too embarrassed to say anything or to report or do anything about it.
Well, I get that Facebook can't stop all the scams on their platform, but do they have to make it so easy for the scammers? Isn't there any other way to get Facebook to take some kind of action on these fake accounts?
Unfortunately, probably not. Because you know what? They just don't give a rat's. They don't care.
Well, I've actually written my representatives, and I have gotten no responses. And I guess the only thing I can do is just to try to raise awareness, like calling you on the show.
Sure. I mean, it's a noble effort. And I don't mean to just say, well, it's, they don't give a rat, so we're just going to move on. No, I mean, there is public awareness and there are so many lonely people. And Facebook, you would think that because it is a publicly traded company, right, that they would have certain community morals and values in order to uphold that, to maintain a good stature within the community that they are serving. But unfortunately, they don't care, or else they would do something about it. They always go back and they whine. They go, oh, we can't do this because there's just too many. There's our algorithms.
Come on. They've got 22,000 employees. All they got to do is to give one employee, administrative rights to lock every one of those accounts with those names and go find the real person, who has you don't even have to go find the person that has the real account. I mean, if you lock one real account in order to lock out 3,000 fake ones,
you'd think,
is that a big loss? Yeah.
And you know what? It's a logical solution. But they're going to say, oh, it's like whack-a-mole. We get one down, another one pops up. Yeah. But their algorithms are good enough to censor what's in your newsfeed to only show you what you want to see.
Right.
Okay. Which is very alarming to me because like 75% of the U.S. population is getting their news from Facebook, but they're only seeing the news that they want to see. Okay. But they can do that. They can track every single thing about us. Mark Zuckerberg can go have his 40th birthday that he did most recently on a $300 million yacht. Mm-hmm. Okay. A $300 million yacht. Okay. It's not just $300 million. Okay. You're talking about probably at least 75 full-time employees. You have to dock it. You have to fill it up with gas. Then you need the Tinder behind it to carry all the toys that you're going to bring and your helicopter and everything else. Okay. But we still have people getting taken, not just by romance scams, but everything else on Facebook. And he does not care. Otherwise, they would do something about it.
Until it affects their bottom line. Well, maybe if it affects their image and then affects their bottom line, then something will happen. But until then, good luck.
But I'm glad that you called in because hopefully somebody is listening right now who's getting romanced by a former general who just happens to be living overseas. They just think you're just so great. You're so wonderful. And they can't wait to start a life with you. And you're like, yes, this is what I've been waiting for my whole life. And then the general says his pension and his retirement check didn't arrive. And he just needs some money to hold over until that check comes in. And then he'll surely pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today, which he'll never do. Hey, want to stay in the tech know without wasting your time? Join nearly 1 million folks who get my free newsletter, The Current, where you see the latest in tech in just 5 minutes every single day. You're just going to love it. It has a 5 out of 5 star rating over on Trustpilot. Sign up right now at getkim.com. That's getkim.com.
I sold my car in Carvana last night.
Well, that's cool.
No, you don't understand. It went perfectly. Real offer, down to the penny. They're picking it up tomorrow. Nothing went wrong.
So What's the problem?
That is the problem. Nothing in my life goes as smoothly. I'm waiting for the catch.
Maybe there's no catch.
That's exactly what a catch would want me to think.
Wow, you need to relax.
I need to knock on wood. Do we have wood? Is this table wood?
I think it's laminate.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's close enough.
Car selling without a catch. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.